Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today we will design this beautiful, we'll design a necklace with this beautiful beads. This is a graduated gemstone. This we got from Bargain Bead Box for the subscription for the month of December. So I'm just not going to disturb this and just take this off at the end so that I know exactly up till here it is the same size. So I'll just move all of these beads together and leave the rest in the cord itself so that I know how it graduates and I don't have to calculate it again and again. I'm gonna knot this, and I'm gonna include maybe this, I'm not so sure, on the spaces beads or stuff like that, but I don't know how it's gonna look, but let's just have this handy while you're knotting, right? So that is there, and I'm gonna do a sliding knot because that will give more length, and this is very close to my neck. I have a very broad neck, so I would like to have some length. So first I will start with this. I have Chinese knotting cord. I don't know what the size is, probably a 0.8 millimeter, because this is an 8 millimeter and this is gray, but look at how they have added the blue ones. I can do the gray if I want to, but I want to do this blue. It gives I don't know, maybe it's a little bit thinner. As you guys can see, I can't see the difference, so maybe 8 millimeter or 0.6 millimeter, I'm not so sure. So I'm just going to add a bead. See, it easily goes, and when I knot, I like the color combination of this blue and this blue. For some reason I have the gray, I can use it, but I really like this color to do the knotting. So first I'm going to thread all the beads, and I'm going to see how. So this is just one bead I'm going to add, and then I'm going to see if I take this, as you can see here, these two, then we have 3 of the same size and 4 of the same size. Okay, fine, we'll take up till this and then see how well it looks with the bead in between. It looks good, but we need to make sure that this is what the pattern that we want. For that, what I would do is I would take a piece of wire, doesn't matter which one it is. I have here some scrap wires which I did some right angle weave with crystal. I don't mind. I just put the beads in here. Okay, and four, and then a snowflake, this one, a snowflake, it kind of looks good. I like it, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, now I shall thread in all these beads, and then I will thread these beads in between the snowflakes, and I will come back. So I strung all the beads in here, and this is the pattern I'm going with. So we have the snowflake in between the big beads. I took away this size. I think this is size 8 millimeter. I took away 2 of those beads, and I still have 1 of these beads left. I need to take from this side 1 just for the knot, for the sliding knot. So we need to take 6 millimeter 2, and I think this is 8 millimeter. No, this is the one I took. So maybe 8 millimeter 2. So this is a size. There were 8 beads in this, and then 6 beads in this size, and 2 in this size, and 1 in that. So I took that, and here I have strung every beads. Now I will start knotting from this side wherein we ended. So I will leave about, say, 7-inch tail. A 6-inch should be good enough, I guess, right? Yeah, a 6-inch tail should be good enough. I will leave that much, and then I will knot it right there. Before I tighten my knot, I measure it, and then I do tighten that. That's my first knot. Now the beads will not go anywhere and it won't fall. I am still with the spool, so I have no problems whatsoever. Just move all the beads down towards the spool and keep it, and then you can bring one bead at a time and then start knotting. I'm doing a hand knotting. So you take your core. This is my first knot. This is the 6-inch thread. So I move the first bead towards the knot, and then I go ahead and wrap it around my fingers. Take the bead and the knot and put it through it and bring it down. Okay, and then I hold the loop. Oops, one more time. Okay, and then I hold the loop in my hands, and okay, that's the knot. But before doing it, I just make it really tight, hold it on top, and then pull it. I have talked about the hand knot in several of my videos, and you can go ahead and watch those videos. I will leave a link down in the description box below about hand knotting and knotting with a bead along knotter tool and with tweezers. You can follow that, but it is very simple. Just make a loop, put the beads inside the loop, hold it between your fingers, and then slowly straighten it. Can you see how I maintain that tension? And then hold it on top and pull it, and the knot will be right next to the bead. See how nicely this blue looks with this blue. The gray wouldn't have this effect. Because of the strong blue, it will give more color to our gemstone, and I think that will look really good, and I like the look of it on the whole. Here we go. Put everything through. See how I am shifting the loop from one hand to the other. Tighten it up like really nicely, and when you have that tightened loop, go ahead and pull it, and then do the next. Knotting is very therapeutic and relaxing. It's really a nice technique to learn, and once you learn the basics, then you can work out the way that is comfortable for you. And this is how I am comfortable, and I'm shifting the loop from my left to the right, and then pulling that. That's what works for me. but it might be different for you. Just follow the technique and figure out how it's exactly done. So we have that cross, put the beads inside and bring it out just like so. See, I have 3 fingers. I take this cord, which is the working cord, and put it on the side. See the loop that is created? So that's the loop I want to hold it on to. And when I transfer my fingers, see how you have a bridge of thread that goes on top? That's where I am holding it and then pulling the cord. So I'm gonna continuously knot these. And then I will come back to do our sliding knot. I really like this simple necklace. I don't want to do any gimmicks with this because I really like the color of the necklace, and it's very pretty when it is knotted, I believe, because the graduated gemstones look really nice with the snowflake in between. See, there is a small gap here, I think. No, I don't think so. There is no gap. This is really nice and easy. You don't need especially no tool you need to do these knots. Just your hands is more than enough. And your cord, of course. Put everything through, bring it around. The more you do the knots, the easier it gets, the better you get at it with hand knotting. So don't get discouraged. If you're doing this for the first time, practice. These Chinese knotting cords are pretty inexpensive, so you can try practicing your knots in a small cord, and then once you get the hang of it, then you can start the necklace. Or you can start it, do a couple of them. When you're happy with it, or if it is loose, cut it off. Then you can redo it again. As I said, this is not very expensive. You can practice with it. There we go. So I'll continue knotting this and I'll come back. I have been knotting all the way here, and the snowflake bead I just want to show. I just knotted after the gemstone. Move the snowflake bead and do the same thing, but when you hold the bead to pull the knot through, it's not a round surface. So what I did was I just hold it like that, make sure there is a tension, change the thing, and as you can see, I just hold it like this, and the top and the side together, and just pulled it. That way the knot came right next to that snowflake bead without any problems. I just want to let you guys know. Then the rest is the same. I'll finish knotting the entire necklace. As the necklace goes a little bit longer, you'll have to take time to put everything through the loop, but trust me, it's worth it. And this is not going to be a long necklace, So I mean decently long, but not really long, and looks very pretty as well. I'll finish knotting and come back. I finished knotting the entire necklace. As you can see, this is what it is, and I'm going to just leave exactly the length that I left in the start, and I'm going to take my scissors and cut it right here. Okay, now I said I took 4 beads. There we go. So I saved these 2 and these 2 for this ends and this for the earrings, so I'm gonna save those. And let me, as you can see, if you can see, it's a little bit wavy, it's not straight. Don't straighten it out. It's a little bit kinky. Can you see that? Don't straighten it out. As the necklace weighs down on the neck, it will automatically stretch a bit, and so it will come perfectly as you wear them. So now so the necklace is about, say, 21.8 inches long. So that's nice. I like the length of it. Now we need to do the sliding knot. To do the sliding knot, we need to go get this like this, and then 2 square macrame knots with these 2 cords together. For that we need a 10-inch cord in the same color, so I'm going to go ahead and measure the 10-inch from my spool and cut it. There we go. That's that. And now I'm ready to do the sliding knot. So I have suspended these 2 cords like this, and the knotty do it all. You can take the ends and do it. You can do it in macrame board, whichever you want to. This is my 10-inch piece, so I'm just going to put it underneath, bring it back, tie an overhand knot just like so, and hold these 2 ends together and push the knot down with your finger just like so, and tighten that up. Now I will start with my square knot. That's my cue. I always start with the left hand side. It's just my preference of sides. You can start in the right, doesn't matter which side it is, but this is a Q, and then we'll do a P. One pair of Q and P constitutes 1 square knot. So I have here now 2 square knots, which you can see there is 4 bumps, which is right here. There is a bump. Let me just go a little bit closer right here. Hopefully the camera will focus. Yeah, you can see the bumps. That's 1 knot. 2 bumps, 1 knot. 2 bumps, 2 knots. So I made 2 square knots so far, and this is my Q, and this is my P, and this is my 3rd square knot. Now continuing with the 4th. There we go. You can also not have the sliding knot, and you can have the closure or a clasp attached to it. You can do a lobster claw or toggle, but I really like the sliding knot for the macrame necklace, so I always try to do this. That's that. I'm done with the sliding knots. Now I'm going to cut the end of the thread and burn it so that it's nice and sealed. Not very close, just a little bit close. And then take your lighter and melt to the end and tuck it in. Okay, I'm very bad with this one. Let me take this. This is really cool and it's really nice for me. There we go. I did it. Now what I will do is I have saved the 6mm bead over here. So I'm just going to take this off from my naughty do-it-all. And then take these ends, put the bead inside. So obviously, okay, now open it and close it a couple of times and then it will go easy. So now after like say 3 inches, we don't need a lot, but since it's in the back, it's okay to have 3.5 inches is all I'm thinking. After 3.5 inches, make a knot. I know I need to put the bead in, but I'm just making a knot there and then putting the bead on. That way the bead won't move around. Okay. If you have extra thread, you can do all of these things. If you are running short of thread, obviously you won't be able to. Make sure if the knot is loose, you can see the gap. All you need to do is take your tweezer nose or needle nose pliers and just move that and then tighten that up. Now it's nice and tight. Do the same to the other side as well. First a knot, so where the knot needs to go is here, right here. Okay, and make an overhand knot and make sure you put a head pin or so in there, eye pin or head pin. Then make sure it's where you want it to be, right? So the knot will be here. You don't have to be very accurate, but approximately accurate. And then add the bead in and then make another knot. Make sure you put a head pin also and bring it all the way down right next to your bead and then tighten that up. Now snip off this excess cord, leaving a little tail, just a short tail. And melt it and press it against the knot. That way it's nice and tight. And here we go, our necklace is ready. It is a simple necklace, but it is really nice, pretty, very pretty wintry necklace we got here. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos almost every day. It comes around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and a couple of videos a week. That's what I'm going to do it from now on. I hope you guys like this. Have a good day. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. Bye.